Hello, and welcome to Sleep Stories World. I'd like to invite you to step into a world of relaxation and tranquility with this bedtime story, designed to help you unwind and de-stress. By engaging in this story, you can embark on a journey that nurtures and soothes your mind, promoting overall well-being through sound, restful sleep. Before we begin, let's prepare your space for rest. Ensure you're somewhere comfortably cool, dark, and quiet. If you need to adjust anything, your curtains, your temperature, your pillows, please do so now. When you're ready, lie down and let yourself settle into your bed. Feel the weight of your body being supported. You may want to cover yourself with a light blanket as your body relaxes. Now, gently close your eyes. There's nothing you need to see anymore tonight. Your only task now is to be here, allowing yourself to receive the gift of rest. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale slowly through your mouth. Breathe in deeply, feeling your chest expand. Breathe out, feeling your body sink deeper into your bed. In and out. With each breath, you're signaling to your body that it's safe to rest. Now, imagine being surrounded by a warm, vibrant light. This light is gentle and comforting, carrying with it a deep sense of peace and safety. As you breathe in, let this warm light fill your chest. As you breathe out, imagine it spreading gently through your upper body. Breathe in, and let the light expand through your shoulders, your arms, your back. Breathe out, and feel it filling your stomach, your neck, your head, every space within you glowing softly. If a thought comes by, acknowledge it like watching a leaf float by on a gentle stream, and then let it drift away. There will be time for those thoughts later. Now is for rest. On your next breath in, let the warm light travel downward. Feel it reach your hips, your thighs, your knees. Breathe out, and sense it flowing down to your ankles, to your toes. Every part of you now is surrounded by this gentle, warm glow. You are completely enveloped in comfort and peace. Focus on your breath and the warm light surrounding you. If your mind wanders, simply guide it back, gently, to your breath, to the light. You are safe. You are comfortable. You are exactly where you need to be. As we move into tonight's story, allow yourself to let go even more. Let the words wash over you like a gentle tide. You don't need to follow every detail. Simply receive the story as a gift, a soft companion as you journey toward sleep. And now, let us begin. As the aurora fades and darkness settles once more over the frozen landscape, another creature moves through the Arctic winter, one much smaller than the polar bear, but no less remarkable in its ability to survive. The Arctic fox. Imagine a small, compact animal, no larger than a house cat, padding silently across the snow. Its fur is so white, so pure, that it seems to glow faintly in the darkness. Against the snow and ice, it's nearly invisible, a ghost moving through a ghost world. Only its dark eyes and the black tip of its nose give it away. The Arctic fox is quite small compared to the other predators of the north. A fully grown adult is only about 50 to 60 centimeters long, roughly 20 to 24 inches, not including its magnificent tail, which adds another 30 centimeters. An adult fox weighs just 3 to 8 kilograms, about 7 to 17 pounds. In human terms, it's roughly the weight of a small house cat or a small dog. And yet, this tiny creature survives in the same brutal conditions that challenge even the mighty polar bear. The secret to the Arctic fox's survival lies in its remarkable adaptations. Its body is designed, down to the smallest detail, for life in the extreme cold. Unlike other fox species that live in warmer climates, the Arctic fox has proportionally shorter legs, a shorter neck, and smaller ears. This compact body shape gives it a relatively low surface area compared to its volume, which means less of its body is exposed to the frigid air, and less heat is lost to the environment. But the Arctic fox's most impressive adaptation is its fur. The coat of an Arctic fox provides the best insulation of any mammal on Earth. Let that sink in for a moment. Of all the furry creatures in the world, from bears to bison to mountain goats, the Arctic fox has the warmest coat. Its winter fur is incredibly thick and consists of multiple layers that trap air close to the skin. This trapped air acts as insulation, keeping the fox's body temperature at a cozy 38 degrees Celsius, about 100 degrees Fahrenheit, even when the world around it is dozens of degrees below freezing. The fox is so well insulated that it doesn't even begin to shiver until the temperature drops to -70 degrees Celsius. That's -9 to 4 degrees Fahrenheit. Most mammals would be long dead at such temperatures, but the Arctic fox merely finds it mildly uncomfortable. Even the fox's paws are covered in thick fur, a feature unique among canines. This fur serves two purposes. First, it insulates the paws from the frozen ground, allowing the fox to walk comfortably on ice and snow. Second, it provides traction, grip on slippery surfaces. The furry soles work like natural snowshoes, distributing the fox's weight and preventing it from breaking through crusty snow. The Arctic fox also has a remarkable mechanism in its paws called a countercurrent heat exchanger. Warm blood flowing from the body core into the paws passes right alongside cold blood returning from the paws back to the body. As these blood vessels run parallel to each other, heat transfers from the warm outgoing blood to the cold incoming blood. This means the paws stay cooler than the rest of the body, minimizing heat loss to the ground, while ensuring that cold blood doesn't chill the body's core. Many Arctic animals have this adaptation, but in the Arctic fox, it's particularly efficient. The fox's tail is another marvel of adaptation. It's long, bushy, and incredibly fluffy, almost as large as the rest of the fox's body. When the fox curls up to sleep or rest, it wraps this magnificent tail around itself like a blanket, covering its face and body with an extra layer of insulation. The tail can be tucked away when the fox is active and generating body heat, but brought into use whenever extra warmth is needed. In autumn, before winter's full fury arrives, the Arctic fox begins to prepare. It eats voraciously, building up fat reserves that will sustain it through the lean months ahead. By the time winter arrives, the fox may have increased its body weight by more than 50%. This fat serves a dual purpose. It provides insulation against the cold and acts as an energy reserve when food becomes scarce. Arctic foxes are monogamous, forming pairs that stay together for life. They raise their young in complex underground dens that can be quite extensive, with multiple entrances and chambers. What's truly remarkable is that these dens are used generation after generation. Some Arctic fox dens are estimated to be 300 years old, ancient family homes passed down through countless generations of foxes. During winter, the Arctic fox's diet is varied and opportunistic. In the warmer months, it primarily hunts small rodents like lemmings and voles. The fox has incredibly acute hearing. It can stand on top of packed snow and listen for lemmings moving through their tunnels beneath the surface. When a lemming is directly below, the fox springs high into the air and pounces down with its front paws, punching through the snow to catch its prey. This behavior is called mousing, and it's a joy to watch, the fox leaping and diving into the snow like a dolphin into water. But in the depths of winter, when small rodents are scarce and hidden deep beneath the snow, the Arctic fox must find other sources of food. Often, Arctic foxes will follow polar bears across the ice, sometimes traveling hundreds of miles in the bear's wake. They maintain a respectful distance. Approaching too close could be fatal, as polar bears occasionally kill foxes that venture too near. But if the fox is patient and careful, it can feast on the leftovers from the bear's seal kills. A polar bear typically eats only the fat-rich blubber of a seal, leaving much of the carcass behind. For an Arctic fox, these remains are a treasure, enough meat to sustain it for days. Research has shown that Arctic foxes can detect the scent of a seal den from as far as 1 mile away. Their sense of smell is extraordinarily sensitive, allowing them to locate food even when it's buried under deep snow. Arctic foxes are also remarkable travelers. In fall and early winter, they tend to move toward the coast and out onto the sea ice, following polar bears and searching for marine mammal carcasses. In late winter, they often reverse direction, heading back inland. But these movements are not just short journeys. Arctic foxes have been documented traveling thousands of kilometers across some of the most barren and inhospitable terrain on Earth. One particular fox became famous for her journey. In 2018, a young female Arctic fox was tagged near her den in Svalbard, Norway. Researchers tracked her as she set out on an extraordinary journey. Over the course of just 76 days, this small fox traveled more than 3,500 kilometers, crossing sea ice, frozen ocean, and barren land until she reached Ellesmere Island in northern Canada. On some days, she covered 155 kilometers, nearly 100 miles, in a single day. This remains one of the fastest and longest recorded movements of any Arctic fox, demonstrating the incredible endurance and mobility of these small creatures. In winter, the Arctic fox usually lives up to 3 or 4 years in the wild. Life is harsh, and many young foxes don't survive their first year. Food can be scarce, predators are abundant. Wolves, wolverines, golden eagles, and even polar bears will kill Arctic foxes when given the opportunity. But those that do survive their vulnerable first year often become masters of Arctic living, using their intelligence, adaptability, and remarkable physical adaptations to thrive in one of Earth's most challenging environments. When food is plentiful, Arctic foxes exhibit an interesting behavior. They cache food, hiding pieces of their kill in small spaces between rocks or inside their dens. These hidden stores can be accessed later when hunting is unsuccessful. Researchers have found that cached food, even goose eggs stored for over a year, remains edible and nutritious. A single stored goose egg contains about 816 kilojoules of energy, enough to keep a fox going for nearly 2 days during winter. As we watch this small white fox move across the frozen landscape, patient, resilient, perfectly adapted, there's something deeply comforting about its presence. Here is a creature that has found a way not just to survive, but to thrive in conditions that seem impossible. It doesn't fight against the cold, it embraces it. It doesn't struggle against the darkness, it moves through it with confidence. The Arctic fox reminds us that size doesn't determine strength, that adaptation and resilience can overcome even the harshest challenges. It reminds us that sometimes the secret to survival is not to resist our environment, but to become perfectly suited to it. Let the image of the Arctic fox settle into your thoughts. This small, white creature padding silently through the frozen world, confident and calm, at peace in its icy home. Let its quiet resilience become part of your own peace. Let its patience become your patience, as you drift deeper into rest.